Hello, my name is David Navarro, and today I'm going to talk about copyright law. Copyright law protects the author of a work for the duration of his or her life plus 70 years after their deaths. When a work is no longer protected by copyright law, it is now part of the public domain. The reason that this law exists is basically to ensure the continued development, growth, or evolution of art, technology, or any type of creation. I say this because of how this law was designed. Copyright law was created not only to help the copyright owner, but also to help society as well. The fact that the copyright law lasts through all of the author's life, plus 70 years, helps as a motivation for people to create more inventions. This because it ensures them that they will be the only people benefiting from their creations, and that those creations will also benefit after their deaths. They could benefit their families or their friends or whomever holds the copyright. On the other hand, it limits his or her ownership so that their work can be used by others as inspiration, or even just in a different context. This is the way that copyright helps society, by allowing anyone the use of already expired work so that it can influence them in their creation of newer, different works. It also helps enrich culture, like it is in the case of classical music, which serves not only for entertainment but also for study or for practice. Another reason that copyright law exists is that people have the right to choose how their creations are used, or for what are they meant to be used. For example, if you compose a children's song, you wouldn't want it ending up in a horror movie. That would ruin the purpose of the song and would change the perspective that the public has of your work. To further understand the purpose of copyright law, we can examine both situations: when a work is covered by copyright and which kind of work is covered by copyright, and when it's already part of the public domain. Examples of protected works could be basically any song that was recorded 70 years ago. One great example of how copyright protects authors is the case of Vanilla Ice versus Queen and David Bowie. In this case, Vanilla Ice sampled a bass line from the song Under Pressure, which was created by Queen and David Bowie some years earlier. The song was copyrighted, so when the affected parties decided to sue, the law was on their side, and they ended up settling for a big amount of money out of court. The reason copyright supported them was because Vanilla Ice had clearly stolen the line from the song, and the change that he did to it was very insignificant. I guess if it was a bigger change, a more creative change, he could have gone away with it. Now, on the other hand, we have works that are part of the public domain. This includes any creation which the author or owner of the copyright has been dead for 70 years now. This means that any classical piece is part of the public domain, therefore could be used by anyone at their will. One example is the piece that is playing on the background, which is Bach's Cello Suite No. 1 in G major. Another example of public domain work can be Einstein's work, for example. His thesis and his images are now part of the public domain, so they can be used by anyone, just like the song that I'm playing on the background. Thank you very much and have a good night.